Hello everybody, First Month is here. Today with the outdoor test of this Böker Pilot Survival knife. I used that knife, as you might see, a bit, not much, but so far I'm happy with this knife, especially for the price. But let's go for the test and then we do the conclusion. This should be the survival knife, so this is not some kind of carving knife, bushcraft knife, something like this one. Again, you won't see me, hope you see this one. And let's start, of course, with this hardest task for knives. Somebody see, it's nice, about 4 inches. When the middle seems to be in very good condition, we'll see it cracks immediately. So let's test the scales. Somebody said we shouldn't baton with the knife. I don't care about that. For me, it's not true if the knife is made for it. I mean, it has the mass and everything. See the coating? That's something I've seen many times of this knife. So the coating is definitely not that strong. Let's say like Tops has on their knives. Easy. This one is easy now. Now it's winter finally, so as you might see around, something is white. There's even a bit snow, 1 centimeter of snow, which means something here. So here the winter comes here, and now we got about 1-2 degrees Celsius minus. So what about if I want to make a fire? I made this one. What's happening with this? I want to make a fire, so I'll do whatever I can to get a fire. This is some kind of crappy wood, but I don't care. That's why I split it. Especially for this kind of crappy wood. Show you there on the camera. Okay, something like this one. This is the hardwood. So that was the crap, but this is the core. This is much harder. This is hardwood, but I need to have more pieces of and I like to have more angles. I prepared that piece of wood, of course, with my silky, which lies over there. This is much harder. This is much harder. Okay. To do it here. This is hardwood, guys, and definitely this knife is not slicer. I forget the thickness behind the edge, but this one is really nothing I want to do all day, because I can do it, but if I say this is some kind of pleasant work, then it's not actually. Okay, but what I've said important here is I'd like to collect as much wood, fine wood, for this fire as possible, just doing whatever, something like this one. And then I guess this should be alright for that fire starting, for the fire steel, but I need to have some wood for, you know, the base. Everything counts. Okay. By the way, I've got here pieces of spruce just to see how this one works on that kind of softer wood. Yeah, this one will be definitely better. Even still, the thickness behind the edge is really thick, but I can make a couple of these if I will have time. Okay, let's start this one. Let's start the fire. There is nice spot here. I can use, even there is a coating, it throws sparks really nicely. Okay. Yeah. How we say that? Baga. Okay, it was there, but those fine pieces from that hardwood, the wood wasn't really the best wood we can find. I guess the spruce will be alright, but even the second. See, there is lots of smoke. If that will be the spruce, it will burn. Yeah. So. So, I need to get, it still burns. It still burns here. I need to get those spruce more, but with this condition there was only one spruce. It will burn. The fire will be there if I will play more with the spruce, which I got, but I didn't want. So for now, if that will be like the first when the fire finished, so I will make more those spruce, and then it will be here absolutely fine. But I don't want to waste your time. So we see what was important about this test. I can make a fire relatively quickly compared to the first fire if that will be prepared properly, and this one wasn't, because that was really wet, or there were lots of moisture. Carry on. Some chopping, something what I need probably from this survival knife. Okay, there is the saw. We got the saw, of course, something somebody likes, somebody not. I show you here just because there is another video already made compared with the Tops Hellion Elite, just for you to see here for purpose of these videos. But you see like part 2, that will be short video compared with this with that another knife. Chopping. If I remember, this knife weighs about 308 grams or something like this one. This is nice piece of wood. I felled the tree about a month ago, especially for this fine carving. When do it with this stamp on the spine, which is something I don't do normally for chopping, just to concentrate the power where I want. Yeah, that's surprisingly well for cutting, for wood cutting. Actually, I don't know. I won't do that for any food prep, because this is definitely not made for that. Of course, it will slice through almost everything. I mean, when food, but very nice sharpie point. So absolutely fine. Okay, let's try. See, that's it's snowy here. Chest pull. We like it. We like it because it's more safe and there is more power in it. This is more dry. Hornbeam or beam or hornbeak. I always forget. Yeah. It's hard, guys. Well, it's even frozen, dry and frozen. That's not something I'd like to do. Nice and pointy. So when chopping through something, let's say I want to go through this one, how easy will it be? Okay, let's go with, I didn't want it to go through, but then I saw how easily it passed through, so I changed the angle to go through immediately, but it went too much to the angle, so that's why I do it this way now. So you see the angle, and this one was the rest. Okay, let's do it straight down. Because the grind, saber grind, is not so fine. It destroys the wood, as we saw. It cracked in a couple of places because the wedge on it, the wedge of the grind, is too aggressive for it. So it's good splitter, actually, better splitter than slicer. That's something we can expect from this knife. Some traps. Okay, no, I forget. I want to do. What might be useful or not? Some delimbing. This is the tree. What I said. Fell before a month. So, what about this one? Yep. Here we can see how it breaks the wood. So the angle is too big, too high for that that it could pass nicely, like with some thin, like let's say a knife goes through a butter. So this one is not. This one is the wedge, bang, and then it press the wood three times chopped. Okay. Let's say we haven't done any triggers. Because this is pilot survival knife and I'm not a pilot, I will probably never test, I mean in reality, if I can use the sawback to go through that shell or carrosserie, I don't know how you say it in English, of a car, actually helicopter. But of course I can go possibly to a car, or I should go with this, but I don't know. I'm not sure, and I won't test it because I don't think I will need it. There is no any glass breaker here, which is I don't miss it. But somebody say, okay, as a survival helicopter knife, it could be alright when you can mess with some glass around. So there is not there. Let's go for the trap. First, I'll do, or actually for the notches, those notches, the knife don't want to go too deep, thanks to the wedge, as I said. Yep. That says something. You don't want to do easy slices. Even as you might see, it works nicely. I'll take this one off, just to have a clear sight for you. Sorry. Now the second half. will use the tip, which is nice. It looks strong. I don't know if it is really, but it looks like strong, to take off the middle part. So it's off, the middle part. Now I have to finish this one, which is alright now. I would say yes. It's not a slicer, but for the thickness and everything, it works pretty nice. And second, I will use the saw. That was 40 strokes. Nice deepness for that. Yes. Nice. That was 40 strokes with the saw. You saw me. I started a little bit fight with the friction, but more info about the saw you'll see in that second part. So I won't go to those details now. For me, it's alright. It's not definitely a slicer. That's important. But for such a thickness, 5 millimeters, 0.2 on the spine, and this relatively steep angle here, and the secondary bevel is really high. I guess it was one millimeter, if I remember properly. I'm not sure now, but it's really high. So it's really surprisingly, it works like surprisingly good. No, say well, but good. It's definitely not that bad as I expected from it. Okay, let's. The tip is relatively, or should be relatively strong. So you see the light mark, it went that deep. This is really nice tip for that kind of things. If I wanna drill, make a hole in something, it definitely works. See, the coating goes off. You see here these marks here, but I don't care really on D2 steel. Okay, I don't want to waste your time. For me, it's absolutely fine. There's the original sheath. I made it green. I did that T-clip made by CVV, and now it's nice set up. What for is the knife? See, because there are, you know, there were those original hollow pins. Usually after batoning and these things, the handle scales moved. These not. These actually, these are still all right. There is no any play. I didn't hear any cracks and different noises, so it's absolutely all right. When some kind of, let's say, bass combo, I would hear this Victorinox. My Ruike is at home. It's my Urban EDC. So I got this one. What I miss on this one is the clip, because that will be much more easy and better to carry. But anyway, this Work Champ made by Victorinox could be great combo if you want something, you know, bushcrafty, survival, whatever, camp. Because this knife is not that big. It's not light. Over 300 grams. There is plenty knives you can buy with the weight. But when the compactness, we are talking about how compact the knife is, it was 14 centimeters, they say blade, but it was somewhere here, as I remember from the room. So this is 13.5 centimeters, so 5.6, something like that, of an inch of blade from the tip to the handle. That's absolutely fine. The grip is nice. It's G10, so it's all right. There is a texture on it. These screws are definitely better than that before. That only they are too shiny, as you might see. Everything's black. Only those screws shines for kilometers. But the handling is all right. So I used it this way. So I grabbed, because of those gloves, I could put my index here and even my thumb on that. When I got gloves, it's absolutely all right. So there's no any problem with that. So that's something to consider for holding this way. I would say it's very comfortable in hand, to be honest. The guard is not that pronounced, let's say, for something piercy and stubby and these things. So that will be really need to hold it tight. But anyway, thanks to this one, the ramp here, there is some kind of security when, let's say, for the stabbing, slicing is alright, slashing actually, sorry, slashing should be alright. So for me, absolutely, this is great combo. This is great combo. This knife, especially for the price, is hard to beat. This is D2 steel, so partially rust resistant. What I would say, what is not exact, this is not a slicer, that's important thing. The sheath is alright. The Kydex is that thinner one. This is the 1.5 millimeter plate or sheath of the Kydex. They normally use 2 millimeters. So this is but it works. But if you want to have some high quality, you don't need it. You definitely can use this one. It's absolutely fine. That's why I got it there. Otherwise, I will make one already for me. So it's all right. The coating goes off really fast. We can't compare it with any tops. So that's all right. For that, okay, you might see this one. How is the size? How is the size? About the weight, even the thickness. So about the weight and about the price, this is $110 about, include shipping. That's important. 110, and this one was slightly cheaper. maybe $90. I don't know, 90, 95, something like that. So I am about 200 combo. Very nice combo, I would say. It's hard to get. Sorry, I'm just, when I do this one, I hear the vibration in my hand. So there was something that touched my, grabbed my attention, but it's all right. No, it's all right. It's very hard to find some kind of, let's say, survival knife for the price. Any tops with a saw back is definitely over these two together. Only, of course, the weight will be. Oh, it's not true. It's not true. This is about 200 something grams. This is 500, 600 grams combo. So that I don't know, those Topsies steel eagles. They were the short ones, the 5 inches blade, which we can compare with this. Let's say it's much heavier. Even the shorter weights about 460 grams, which is 160 grams over this one. Maybe it's tougher, I don't know. I don't want to compare it, but as a combo for the price, I can really recommend this one. So I'll make it shorter. I can really compare this one to I can really recommend this one to you as a combo. So we can't compare the coating with the stops. I don't know, let's say SC and these guys. I don't know how these do the coating, but this one goes off really faster. But this should be semi-rust resistant steel, so it's all right for me. I'm all right with this. Even if there will be no coating, there will be less friction, maybe better for the saw and these things. So some kind of fine conclusion. So with this, with the Victorinox, for example, Victorinox Work Champ, and this knife, you got generally kind of survival or survival and or bushcraft, some kind of, or hiking combo. You want to have some tough blade, even with the sawback, which helps for me. I like on this kind of knives the sawback because it helps. If that works, if that's just gimmick, I don't care. I don't want it there, of course. But if this one works and if this one works, that's absolutely fine. So I want it there. This is thick blade, relatively long. Depend, for me it's still short, but relatively long for many tasks. And let's say with this one, I got a fine knife for carving, food prep, and these things, and many tools on this knife. Or of course I can have some Leatherman and all these multi-tools, full or normal multi-tools. I don't call this one as a multi-tool knife, actually, or actually it is. But anyway, that will be another video. So I can really recommend it for you, because for the price of these all together, 110 about US dollars, about 95, about 200 together, for someone, let's say you in USA, you can have it for almost half price, I guess. So that's absolutely great combo. It's hard to beat. I don't want to say this is better quality, let's say, than the Topsies, Steel Eagles and those things. There are knives, Steel Eagles comparable with the blade length and with the sawback, of course. I don't want to compare them, but they are more than twice as expensive as this one is. And that's very important. So it's not a problem to make very expensive knife, which will be better than this one. It will be worse to make, or much harder, sorry, it will be much harder to make even cheaper knife than this one, and still better for performance, right? I hope, or I guess you agree with me, because that's something. So I really can recommend this one for you or to you, because for the price and what you get, it's hard to beat it, guys. I guess that why we can is only it's made in Asia somewhere. Otherwise, no way. Thank you very much. Have a great time. Bye.